WIBTA if I sue my SIL for stealing my book and making a huge profit from it. I, a 24-year-old girl, write as a pastime and like sharing my short tales with my little audience. I want to publish it one day, but I want to make it great first since it hasn't been edited yet. The unfinished novel we're discussing stems from a concept I began developing in middle school. I just completed it last year, but due to the virus, I had to put it on hold to maintain consistent employment with my day job. My brother and sister-in-law came to see me around 6 months ago to present their infant girl. SIL simply put her kid into my arms, despite the fact that I have no idea how to handle a newborn. The baby was fussing, and my brother helped calm her down while my sister-in-law said that she needed to go to the restroom to pump breast milk. They departed later, and I didn't think much of it until recently, when I learned that SIL had published a book, something she hadn't done in a long time. Self-publishing takes less time than conventional publication. I have no doubts about my SIL intellect, since she is a bright lady, but I always heard that she hates books because they are dull and drag on. I wanted to show my support, so I brought a copy, only to discover it's very identical to mine. When I compared it to my copy of unpublished work, it was clear that it had been edited and proofread for smoothness and clarity. I was enraged, and I confess that addressing her over the phone was an overreaction on my part. She stated my yelling was bothering her and hung up. To get to the facts, it took a back and forth with phone numbers. My parents and her parents are also involved at this point. Unnecessary edit since there are just too many obnoxious messages. To those who believe this is a forgery due to incoherence, language, and structure. This is why editors and proofreaders exist. They are engaged to revise the work before it is published. It's my fault that I didn't proofread this. I did not like writing, but I am not a professional writer. My second language is English. To those who believe it is impossible to generate a large profit from a single self-published book by an unknown author, SIL has a big fan base. When her fans purchase the book, it rises in the Amazon rankings, making it more apparent to other customers interested in the same genre. Update. After meeting with a pre-law acquaintance, I decided to pursue a legal career. I restated my compromise to SIL and my brother, but he has completely sided with her. My parents told me that if I fall that low, I'd be disowned and dead to them. I hired a lawyer and provided all of the information on my side. My lawyer said that she need my unedited manuscript for the book, as well as my SIL published book, as well as the copy SIL gave to be checked and edited. Because various portions of the published book have been modified, my lawyer need the unedited edition, which SIL should still have as part of the deal she made with her editor and proofreader. We took the risk of asking SIL for the unedited copy she submitted to her editor and proofreader, despite the possibility that she might say, "I don't remember their names, I don't have their connections anymore, I don't want to," etc. I informed SIL that we would have to employ third-party notarization to assure no wrongdoing on either end, have someone check at my unedited document, and the one she provided to her professional editor plus proofreader. She must have recognized I wasn't kidding when I told her that. My SIL and my brother agreed to the arrangement. I take the pseudonym, the royalties, with evidence of sold copies. I stated that SIL must notify her blog followers that she stole from me, and that not a single word in the book is hers. I'd want to thank the Redditors for proposing this. She is plainly enraged and horrified with me for doing this to my own family. I threatened her with further legal action if she didn't do it. Although no lawsuit was filed, I'm pleased I had a professional alternative just in case. As news went back to my parents about what I did and how dare I get a lawyer to punish SIL, since her blog followers would undoubtedly lose faith in her and future money, I hired a lawyer to punish her. I informed them and my parents that if they needed to contact me, they should use my work email. I'm through with them. They treated an outsider, SIL after a month of dating my brother, better than they ever did me. I don't need negativity to bring me down. I'm happier, more free to express myself, and I don't have to compete with everything SIL accomplishes just to get my parents to love me a bit more than a daughter in name. I have my friends, who have always been more like family to me than my real family. I expected to lose something as a result of this, but I didn't expect to be all right with the disappointment and pain. Thank you so much, everyone. And no, I'm not going to tell anybody what the title of the book is, since I'm just here to obtain a moral judgment and to keep everyone up to speed on what's going on. Please don't assume I'm exploiting this to get power. The book will not be advertised on Reddit. Not then, not now, and never again. A little update on the apology. It has yet to be released. She said that she needed more time to prepare her mental condition and that she is overburdened with their kid, but she will notify me when I may get the apology. Story 2. AITA for turning down a Christmas dinner invitation from my mom's family. So I'm a 21-year-old female who is now enrolled in university and living in a dorm with my own money. My mother, 40 years old, gave birth to me when she was 19 years old. My father joined the military to provide for us, so he was gone the majority of the time. My parents divorced when I was young, and my mother and I relocated across the country. When my mother began dating again when I was a teenager, it was as if I had vanished. When she married Gregory, 50 male, things changed even more. When my mother had a new kid, I became really resentful, and I'll confess that it wasn't healthy, nor was my attitude. When the time came for university, I was able to get a decent enough scholarship and relocate. I'm shocked that even realized I was gone. Every year, I get 2 SMS from my mother, Happy Birthday and Happy New Year. Only this year did I get a 3rd SMS, and it was to inform me that I had a new baby sister. So I received an email the other day that was essentially an invitation to a Christmas dinner that they were holding, and it seems like a large number of extended family members would be there. I refused the invitation because I don't want to be there. My mother called me yesterday, upset that I had decided not to come to the dinner, despite her wanting to see me. Then Gregory the phone and scolded me while calling me in. It's made me feel horrible since she's still my mother, and I feel obligated to attend for her sake. Update. Just as I suspected, my mom called me back because my grandmother ordered her to. She invited me to meet in person, but I declined since I didn't feel at ease. She offered to bring Gregory or Grandma if it would be helpful. Gregory was shocked when I replied no, but I did agree with Grandma. We gathered in a coffee shop after snow troubles, with Granny professing to be a mediator. Before I departed, I checked my post for your guys' suggestions to I'd done to lead me. I told Mom I didn't want to see her, but I hoped this phone conversation would clarify the air. When I inquired why she only sent 2 messages a year, she claimed Gregory advised her that her college kids didn't need their mothers and that she would be meddling. I questioned why she couldn't just call me and invite me, and she said Gregory instructed her that sending an invite put me on the same level as the other family, and I wanted to be respected. That made no sense to me, and I was furious. I wondered why the heck she wanted me there when she treated me like extended family. She informed me that witnessing how Gregory handled their children while I was gone made her realize she mistreated me. She'd gone to counseling and wanted us to make things right. I told out that listening to Gregory about me back then was the worst thing she could do since he never liked me. I knew I'd start bawling like a baby, so I began babbling about how I'd prefer not meet my half-siblings because I know I dislike them. They don't deserve it, how my extended family also rejected me, and how everyone blamed therapy for not working on me. My mother was taken aback, and she was even more taken aback when my grandmother took my side in everything. I apologized profusely for making her weep, but it didn't make me feel any better. She apologized but said it wasn't my fault and she deserved it. When my mother wondered whether I'd ever return home, I told her that Gregory would either have to apologize or die. That was a bit harsh, since I don't want him to die, so I said it's okay if he departs forever. My mother claimed she understood, burst into tears, apologized 100 times, and begged if she could text or call me more often. I said yes because seeing my mother weeps still makes me feel bad. Mom has texted and contacted me every day since then, but she hasn't attempted to push anything. I did not attend the party since Gregory had not apologized. Grandma has been staying with them, and things aren't going well. They had large disagreements over his refusing to apologize and how they treated me and aren't communicating anymore. I don't want my mother's marriage to fail for the sake of her other children, but I can't deny that it feels wonderful not to be neglected. Mom apparently wants to meet on Christmas or Christmas Eve. As long as Granny comes, I'll allow her, but I'm not sure we'll ever be close again. So, thank you very much. Your advice was quite beneficial, and I am now in a better mental state.